Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my Monday motivation call. I hope this is helpful to everybody. Let me put this on a different speaker view. There we go. Okay, hopefully these are helpful. I have been part of Diamond Sprint's call with Genevieve the last 2 quarters, and just popping on a call, hearing her brain space, and then having the motivation to like go take action on the things that she shares with me or us, because the jewels on our team are doing the same, is so encouraging. We meet on Tuesdays, and actually I meet in a separate call with Diamonds on Wednesdays. And it is just golden. It is goodness. And so I feel like this is kind of a similar concept where I'm sharing my brain space with you guys to hopefully like just some encouragement, some motivation, maybe some thoughts that you haven't been thinking about, or some activity that you could be taking action in your business, or teaching a concept to the people on your team to continue motivation going and continue momentum going. So wanted to share, I'll just share right off the bat really quick, a little system that I have that's been super, super helpful. And it's so simple. One of the ideas is, you know, that little notes app in your phone, you utilize that. It can be your one spot brain dump for posting ideas. I use it to just when I'm going to do a training call, or I'm going to host an event, online event or whatever, is I'll pop the outline while I have thinking space. I don't know if you guys feel like your thinking space is contested, or there's a lot of things that happen in your brain on a daily basis. So when I do have thinking space, or have like a quick idea pop in, if I don't write it down, like I will forget it. Sometimes at night, that's my best time to have creative ideas come to me. And if I don't write them down, like by the morning, I'll be like, oh man, that was so good, but I don't remember what it was. So welcome to my little system. If this helps you, fabulous. If you're already doing it, yay. And if it doesn't work, you can figure out your own system. But you can actually pin notes to the top. So that's been really helpful for me. So I have a running grocery list, and I told my daughter that helps a lot in the house to also keep a pinned grocery list, and then just text me the list, or I'll text her if she's getting groceries for me. I have a to-do list, because sometimes I'm out and about, or I'm chatting, but I have to like go run a kid someplace, and I don't want to forget some of those tasks that I need to get done, like calling the customer service. Maybe I can't do it right this minute, but or someone's subscription needs edited for the people that I run subscriptions for, or edit their stuff. I have actually my team. So basically the post-it note system that I told you about, where I just had people right in front of me on my desk, the colored sticky note concept, I also converted it into notes in my phone, because sometimes I'm not in a place where I can just take all my stuff with me all the time. But I'm going to be sitting at volleyball practice waiting on Maddie to finish. There's no reason why I can't look through, like I want to be able to at a quick glance be like, oh, who started last month with me, or who are my reentry sharers right now, and just kind of, I have it broken down into reentry sharers. I have, because that's basically the only place that I add new level 1 ambassadors. Okay, so that's like my new focus. Okay, and then I have a list of follow-ups, so potential follow-ups. I have people doing the reset that I know have ordered it. I also have then people that I've recruited in 2022, the end of 2022, people I'm still kind of stoking the fire with there. And then I have listed by month, basically monthly recruitment, which helps my brain, because I'll be like, oh, I haven't talked to Kim in a while. Like, I wonder how she's doing. She's been doing this since May. Okay, and so that is just a way to help that 90-day retention. It's a way to keep those people on my brain. I also have the online catalog. Do you all have that resource? I'll pop it in the chats. It is a beautiful catalog of, let me look really fast. It is our welcome pack options. Now, I don't always send this to people, because usually I don't want to overwhelm. I sometimes feel like it slows down the process, but it is a good resource for you. That way you can like take people's health issues and make a product recommendation based on what they've told you. And you can just screenshot like, hey, here's option 1, reset and triplex. And they can see like what the price is and a little description. Or boop, here's option 2, triplex. And I would say, I always recommend like another 1 or 2 products added onto that based on their health symptoms. Or maybe it's just like vision cast for them, like, hey, I know you struggle with anxiety and depression. Like, if you don't order Vital Biome as like an add-on product with your welcome pack this month, at least consider adding it to your subscription next month, or by month 3, you'll have enough perk credits, you could get it for free or whatever, so vision cast that way when you're helping people get started. So I have that one pinned, and I also have the Reset catalog pinned. So those of you who are chatting up Reset, this is a great resource to send to your potentials. And then even the people that are using the Reset or maybe just ordered it, be layering information and belief building and stuff with them. And so that's a great resource. So that I have those pinned. And then I also have my Welcome to Plexus, excited for you little note. So I've been talking to people about follow-up systems, and this is really the difference. This is going to be one of the difference makers that helps you leverage and scale your business. Because some of you are gold right now, or maybe senior gold, and you're like, like I can't even imagine doubling the size of my business or tripling my business and going emerald. Well, newsflash, you're not going to do it by yourself, thankfully. You're going to teach people the 4x4 gold system. If you don't know what that is, I will explain that or reference a call where it was explained. But you need to have some basic systems in place for follow-ups. And just when I say systems, it's basically like your checklist, your little to-do list. Anytime, for example, somebody starts in your business, you don't want to be drafting a special separate email every time someone joins, like, okay, here's what to do. And you like, I noticed I was doing that a couple of years ago. I'm like, this is stupid. I don't even send emails anymore. I send a short little text note when they get started. And typically I have set up their account for them. So I also have their username, password. I have their link. I also have a little, hey, if you want to make $300 here, you basically help 3 friends do what you just did. It's super simple. So I have all of that in one text. I have actually been splitting it up. So it actually will link and show the picture of my personal getting started video when I send it. So it's like 2 little separate chunks. And I'd be happy to share that wording with you guys. I've shared it multiple times before. It's nothing spectacular, but those of you looking to double, triple, quadruple the size of your team in the next 12 months, you want to be having some basic systems in place. So it's automatic. Like you're not even having to think. It's just boop, boop, send quick. Okay. Same with if you're going to do like the little sprinkle system, following up with people maybe in their first couple of days of getting started, go get the sprinkle campaign. It's on the Momentum Makers group. It's not a hard system to follow. All you're going to do is copy and paste those little verbiages with the clip, like, hey, here's Jessica Hugendorn. She's going to talk about what to expect as you start your product. She's a naturopath. She's amazing. Here you go. You can message me when your products come in. It's like those little sprinkle taps to encourage and to build a belief and just keep that engagement high, like in between when they start their or they get their order, or they order between when they get their products. Does that make sense? So that little sprinkling can be a simple system for you. All you have to do is like pop those little message 1, message 2, message 3 in the notes in your phone, pin it to the top so you're not searching for days scrolling in your notes, right? Or what I've done before I did that note system is just send it to myself on Facebook Messenger. I have this and I can just go snag really fast. So whatever your little mode of operation is, solidify those so that you are automating more of your business, even if it's you automating yourself, but just not feeling willy-nilly or squirrely brain of like, oh, I've gotten these people started and what am I doing? And what do I say to them? And if you don't know what to say or how to follow up with your people, use someone else's verbiage. Emily Gibson's is a classic. It is amazing. Go search. You can search by keyword on the team page or in the Momentum Makers group. It's just follow up Emily Gibson and it'll pop up. It's a graphic with day 1, what to say, week 1, what to say, week 2, week 3, week 4, like her month-long follow-up system. Use it because the verbiage that she uses is brilliant. It's not just like, hey, how's it going? It's actually specific and actually addressing possible objections before they even come up. Like, hey, it's week 3. You're probably noticing some detox by now. You may be noticing an increase in sugar cravings. You may be noticing a headache. So Utilize her verbiage because it works. And then she has a little video where she teaches on it also. Okay. So our job as growing leaders, right, is getting better at some of these basic things so that we're not bogged down in the details, but it's like, that's an easy part. And so those of you who are like Ruby and above, I would recommend doing the project broadcast thing so that it's even more automated. Okay. And you could actually, if you wanted, include your whole team. That way you're making sure that everybody's getting a welcome from you and that they all have a little, invite to the team page. There's a little checklist. Did you guys see that? I've posted it in the chats and stuff, but like what to do with your new person when they start. Okay. You don't want to have question marks in your brain about those types of things. Okay. So if this is you and you're like, woo, I'm a hot mess. I don't have any systems. I'm just like, as they come, I'm helping. This is your invitation from me to go make a little plan for yourself so that does not occupy extra brain space. Okay. It's kind of like organizing your pantry so you can be more efficient as a cook. Okay. So, all righty. I would love for you guys to pop in the chat a gratitude or a win from your business from this past week. Okay. So let's get the chat blowing up with some gratitudes. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, Amber is talking about her birthday message. I have pin your birthday message. That's one thing that I automated to my assistant, which is brilliant. And so she sends the initial happy birthday message with a little picture of me that has like, happy birthday, friend. I have sent a recording of me playing a happy birthday song on the piano, and it's just easy to forward. So get creative. It could even be you and your kids singing a little 20-second happy birthday clip generically, right? Then that you can use that to send out as happy birthdays. Okay. Part of the business that we run is like a intense, intentional connection with people. Not because we think every person that we're sending a happy birthday to is going to go sign up with us for Plexus necessarily, but we're abundantly giving out to other people our time and energy and efforts, wanting to connect for the sake of connecting, because connecting is fun. Two, to add value to people, to encourage them in their day. How many encouragements do people get throughout their day? If they see a little video clip of you and your kids singing a goofy happy birthday song, you think it's going to put a smile on their face? Heck yeah. I know Ryan Evans did like a birthday prayer invitation. So she would just send a little birthday message, happy birthday. Just wanted to offer, if you would like me to pray for you today, I would be happy to pray over a specific request. Just get creative with that. That's a way you can add value. That's a portion of your business where you're investing in relationships, because this is a relationship business and we need to be spending some specific time there. So happy birthdays every day are a way to bless people in that way. It also is beneficial to you because it helps your algorithm. It's also may spark some messages, Plexus conversations also. And so what I will do is, after that first initial happy birthday that Amanda sends for me, then people that respond back are the people I will typically, if they're not already on Plexus, I will be like, hey, I have a little special for the birthday girl or birthday guy. I am sending out little samples this week. Let me know which flavor you would like. And then I have it mapped out. So that's another little angle and something that you can pop in your notes in your phone. So I will pop my happy birthday message. Let me make a list of what I need to send to you guys. That way, those of you who maybe are restarting in your business, or you don't have a system for happy birthday message sending or sample sending, or following up with your people, I will make sure that I reshare mine again so that nobody's left behind. And the fact that so many of us already have these things in place, it doesn't take thinking space from you. All you're going to do is basically copy paste, tweak it if you need to tweak it to make it sound more like you, and then start using it. So that's a wonderful thing. Alrighty, so y'all popping in your wins. Jacqueline, she hit the party ticket this morning. Give her some high fives. That's exciting. Okay, so when you hit 800 credits, you earn the buddy ticket for the cruise. Okay, and I'm just going to share with you. I don't think she will mind. I was in a 3-way message this past week with a friend, and so last month we hosted an in-person sip and see at our house, and so sweet Angela is on Angie and Rita's team. She didn't live too far away. I think they were like 3 hours away from here, and they drove over for the evening to spend with us at our sip and see. And I apparently said a sentence that totally resonated with her, and so she hit the well, I'm not sure if she actually hit yet, but she's like 2 people away from earning the cruise for 2. Okay, so the 1250. And she's like, I can't believe it. I'm so excited. She said, Megan, I never dreamed I could do it until I heard you say that people that haven't even signed up yet are going to win this cruise. And that was a huge wake up call. Like, I can do this. Okay, so if anybody needs to hear that this morning, like, it doesn't matter what your credits look like today. You will be amazed at what kind of momentum you can create when you set the intention, you make the decision, and you go get into massive action. And there are reasons to be in massive action this month. I'm not going to tell you all the scoop, but just know that a little birdie told me that what we do this month is going to impact what comes out next month. Okay, and it has to do with double credits. All right, so keep going. All right, let's see. Jocelyn is recovering. Oh, she's thankful for reoccurring income even after a few days of sickness. Oh yeah, I hope your kids are feeling better. Well, at least we have ProBio 5 and Ease for the win with that. Angie said 2 people reached out to me this past week. One was a previous customer and one was someone she's never talked to about Plexus. And then she has 5 team members registered for Gold School in Austin. So mark October 7th. If you have not been to Gold School as a gold, a re-rank gold, or a senior gold, pop it in your intentions for earning Gold School. Gold School is one of the best things that Plexus has going right now, in my opinion. Genevieve is an absolute gift to Plexus, and the things that you learn and that are taught and that are just absorbed as you're out of your vortex of crazy daily life and you are on an amazing one-day trip to someplace warm, learning all the insight scoops about working this business. So just a little plug for Gold School. And did you know that as a sponsor, if you sponsor someone that goes gold or senior gold, you get to go to Gold School with them. So it's like this fun buddy thing. Okay, let's see. Angela is almost gold. That is exciting. Let's see. Michelle said, a couple years ago, I received a birthday message from Megan. It was such a special surprise encouragement. It made my day. It's a great reminder to make a practice of this. Yes. And it's such a simple, like it's a simple thing to do. It just takes a couple minutes. But if we make that part of our system each day, it contributes, it ends up paying dividends, like because we're in a people business. Okay. Zoom user, you'll have to tell us your name so we know. Is that Angie Gaddy? She said she signed up 3 last week. Register for Gold School. It's not Angie Gaddy. Who's Zoom user? And to put your video on or tell us. Oh, Rose. Woo! She signed up 3. Register for Gold School. She earned the buddy ticket. And so if you have 915 points, like credits for your leaders retreat, you earn the cruise yourself. Oh, I see what you're saying. You need 1250 so that you earn the buddy. Yeah. So that you have the cruise for you and the guest. And don't forget, this cruise is all inclusive. Like you get on the boat and then you just get to go to whatever restaurant, you get to pick up the drinks or whatever, like so fun. Go sit at the pool. So start reminding yourself what this trip is going to be, how it's going to feel, what you're going to be experiencing, and that hopefully will be your rocket fuel to go do the exciting, fun things in this business. And also whatever you're avoiding, go do that too. Okay. A couple things. I was just on a Jewel call, so we meet each Monday morning at like 6:15. Me doing these Monday calls at 7 has bumped our Jewel call earlier, which is totally fine. I love to be up first thing in the morning on a Monday with you guys. So I'm going to share a couple of things. Let's see. Oh, my gratitude wins. I had highest points ever on my reentry. So I'll just share with you guys where my points were. I was non-ranking senior Ruby. So some of you, or maybe all of you, know that it was my last month to push for Emerald, which was a crazy number, crazy far away. But I thought, well, what would it hurt to try? Because sometimes we have to push for a big, crazy goal. And even if we don't hit the goal, we're going to end up farther than we were before, than if we hadn't ever tried. So I was at 660 points. So non-ranking senior Ruby. So senior Ruby is 750, right? So let me just normalize the fact that because we're in a sales business, so there can be ebbs and flows in our business, and there can also be a fluctuation of points. Sometimes we dip below a rank. Sometimes we dip below 2 ranks or more, right? But if you are continuing to be engaged in your business, your points will end up moving in the direction that you want to see them moving. So I was at 660, 648 the month before. I was at 487, so I was ranking as a high senior gold at the end of last year. And so anyways, I ended up highest points ever at 847. And so my goal for this month is to keep that momentum going and hopefully hit 1,000 point club. So that is a goal that I wanted to share. Also, that my commission payout just for the monthly was the highest it's ever been. So the month I went senior Ruby last May, and I had just the baseline 750 points. It was a tight rank up, right? I earned it was $2,700 in change, right? It was maybe close to 2,800. I can't remember, but that was my highest pay ever. So last month, with high points, but without the senior Ruby rank up bonus, I ended at 2,400 and change. And again, that's just the monthly. I didn't add in the weekly or anything like that. Probably would have been up over 2,500. So all that to say, hopefully that's encouraging to you guys that, one, that's what you can expect, just money wise as a senior Ruby. I was just stalled out at like 14, between like 12 and 1,700, around $1,500 on the average each month for a long time. And there's obviously, that's not a bad place to be, like having that extra money every month. What could that cover for you guys, right? But I don't want to stay complacent. I don't want to move backwards in my points. I want to see more people like this. Here's the end game. The end game is more people experiencing Plexus products and having improved health, improved lives, and more people working this business and making more income. Okay, so that is the end game. But along the way, the more people we serve, the more we're going to see our check go up. That's just how success works, right? So, okay, I wanted to share a concept with you guys really quick called the latent success potential. If you caught, how many of you, pop a 1 in the chat if you caught my live from last week? Actually, I did 2 of them. Live in Momentum Makers group. If you haven't watched that yet, that is your assignment for today to go watch that. But sometimes I think we need to just repeat so we don't forget, okay? So the latent success potential. Let me talk about this for a minute. This is the success curve and what reality is, okay? The success curve is the fact that it feels like that graph line is just straight for, well, who knows how long, maybe 90 days. That's where the 90-day rule kicks in, right? But the latent success potential is basically nothing's happening according to the graph, right? Maybe we're not getting signups, maybe we're having lots of conversations, but nobody's like actually saying yes yet. You're not clicking join yet. That's okay, as long as we are taking the action and not getting discouraged in that flatline graph time period, okay? And this happens in different seasons in our business. I felt it last month, like nothing's happening. Where are the people? Like I felt like I sent a ton of messages. I did a lot of layering with people, okay? That's totally fine. I'm setting up an amazing Q4, okay? You got to take charge of what you're thinking in your head, so you continue to take the action, okay? Because this is the magic of network marketing. Most people quit in this time period because I feel like, oh, nothing's happening, so I must not be cut out for this. Nope. It's just the fact that you haven't given it enough time and been consistent enough for long enough. And if I can say anything just as a bold reality truth statement, is that inconsistency will literally kill this business. It's like the wonderful thing, and maybe also the wonderfully hard thing about what we do, is that if you're inconsistent, don't expect to see as much success as you could have. And this whole starting, restarting, starting, quitting, restarting, whatever thing, take a breather, not a break. Like, don't completely park the car, because if you park the car, it's going to be just to get it started again. At least keep it rolling, even if it's like 1 mile an hour. Okay, totally fine. But basically, while you feel like nothing's happening, but you're taking the action, that over time, eventually that curve is going to go up. And if, depending on what your activity has been in this time, while you've been faithful with the small things, faithful when you don't see what's happening, like you're not seeing these fruits of your labor yet. Don't forget the yet factor, right? Depending on what those actions are, really determines the level of that, how fast and how far that success curve goes up. Okay, so, and that is why we preach mindset and personal growth, because it can get discouraging in this space, right? Has anyone ever felt that? I felt it. You would not be human if you didn't feel that. But that's why we have to continue to take our thoughts captive, why we need to be reading books about success and mindset and leadership and growth and things like that, because that's the rocket fuel for that success curve eventually to go right up. So, all right. So this month we are answering the question of, what do I do this month? What do I need to do? Have you ever felt like that in your business? Like, what do I even do? I have. Sometimes you sit down and you're like, okay, grandma has the kids, so I'm going to work my business. But what am I going to do? Like, you sit down and you're just befuddled. We're like, well, I need to go do laundry, and then there's that one closet that really needs clean out. So like, sometimes we'll just avoid the work because we're like, well, I'll get an immediate dopamine dump if I just go clean the kitchen or, do this household task. I'm not saying don't do those things, but work your business, because it's an important thing. So we are taking that question out of your brain by offering 2 calls per week that you're going to funnel people in. This is going to help people earn Leaders Retreat, get those credits up, and be the rocket fuel for Q4 and what's happening next month. Okay, the announcement for next month. Okay, so Tuesdays we're going to be talking about products. So basically, let's meet the products on the Tuesdays, and then it's meet the business on Thursdays. Okay, simple enough. And I think what's going to happen, because I'm encouraging everybody to get 3 to 5 yeses to each call, and I think what's going to happen is it's going to balance us out, because how many of us lack consistency in getting our new people on calls, getting our potential on the calls, right? Sometimes life gets busy and we just don't do it. How many of us are not reaching out about the business? I would say probably 98% of us could be doing better in that area. And that's probably why we're not seeing duplication and exponential growth in our business, because not only do you need to be starting people for the products, you also need to be looking for that spark in people that you meet, whether they're people already on your team that you see a little spark in. And I think you know what I mean when I say that. There's just chemistry, or you see a quality in them that you're like, oh, I would love to work with them. I think they'd be great at what I do. Okay. And so focusing also on who can I be bringing in for the business. And I think what Genevieve said is that growth and joins may be slower when you reach out about the business, and you will probably get more no's. So you cannot quit in that nothing's happening space when you're reaching out about the business and you're getting a ton of no's. Let yourself be okay with getting 3 to 5 business no's every day, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to filter through so many conversations that eventually you find someone that's like, actually, I've been meaning to talk to you about this business. Like, tell me more. Can we hop on a call? Okay, because that's what you're going for. You're looking for the people that are looking for you, specifically in light of this business. Okay, so I want to normalize the fact that you will get no's about this business. The other thing is, anytime you get a no, you need to flip that around with bold belief and just say, hey, oh my word, thank you so much for messaging me back. I'm actually building a business in your area because you are, right? You would love to build a business in their area. I would love to connect with anybody that you know of that could either be benefited from these products, and then put in parentheses like it helps with blood sugar and hormones and gut health. And, we've helped a lot of, anyways, just put some specifics there. And then you can say, and I'm also looking to build a leadership team with people looking for an entrepreneurial opportunity. Do you know of anybody that you could connect me with? Okay. And this is actually a really, really good conversation to have with happy wholesalers on your team because they already love the products. And I would say any person that's a decent human would be like, oh my word, yeah, I'll keep my eyes and ears open. I'll connect you. That is not weird. That is not weird at all. So don't be afraid to ask that. And hopefully this is giving you ideas of things to do and say within even the conversations you already have going. Okay. All right, let's talk about bless the friend. Okay, so I still need to draw a name for that. Totally forgot. Okay, well, I will get a winner drawn for that, but you can, go ahead. I still haven't drawn a winner. So if you have more people that you want to encourage to be doing that, just tag them in that post on the team page. Okay, so what I'm doing is layering. Okay, so Amanda sent a project broadcast to this PV list. Okay, so if you have not exported your PV list from your team, I highly recommend having reports. That way you have a pen and paper thing to work off of, and then you're not dependent on just, I can only work, my back office stuff when I'm in front of my computer. Because this is the beautiful thing about this business. We don't have to work at a computer in our house. We can work while we're waiting on the kids for volleyball or driver's ed, or at the beach or on the boat, right? When we're doing vacations with whoever, with the family or whatever. That's the beautiful thing. So we always have to be in front of a computer. But if you have your reports, then you immediately can be contacting or connecting with people in your organization. Okay, so this PV list is your best friend because it's going to show you who is loving their products. They're having amazing results. They're continuing to order month after month after month. And even the people that have the 55 PV or the 60 PV or the 90 PV, they're loving their Hydrate BioCleanse and ProBio 5, whatever it is that they order. Okay, now you could stoke the fires there and maybe offer a special this month for adding an extra product, and maybe it's a product experience thing where hey, I got on a new product this month. Give me your feedback, and I have this little special going. It could be I'll drop ship you a frother, or this little $10 Amazon card if you give me feedback on what you thought of this product, or whatever it is. Get creative. Maybe it's offering free shipping for and then you just PayPal them $8 or whatever it is for free shipping if they bump their PV up and try a new product or two. Sometimes you have to just give them ideas. Also, that twin pack of active or the slim and then twin pack of active hydrate, that is the best way to buy slim and active, unless you do the retailer's pack for slim. But it's a really inexpensive way to get those. And a lot of people really, really like hydrate and active. And so being able to get those for $25, tell your people so they know oh, that's the best deal. Even if they order that every other month, you're getting them up to 100 PV, maximum 6 points each. See how that works? Okay. So this is your warm market recruitment list. Okay, you guys, some of you were on the call that I did. I'll just tease it for a minute. We did an invitation only senior gold and above. It's basically a Ruby running to Emerald call, 2-part call. And we did it on Friday, and we have a second part coming up in 2 weeks. Go search my YouTube for it if you want to go hear what a collaborative group of diamonds said to these people that are totally planning to be in Hawaii with us next year and rank up to Emerald by July 31st. Okay, it starts now, just FYI. And it doesn't matter what rank you are. You could be silver, or there's people that, same thing. There's people that have not even joined Plexus yet that are going to go Emerald and be in Hawaii next year. Okay, so regardless of what rank you are or where you're at, you have a head start on those people. Okay, so you can go listen to that call, but something that Lauren Collinsworth shared was absolutely golden. Okay, so if you feel like, like I struggle with duplication, like what is wrong? Okay, the first thing is I think we need to stop complaining about, oh, I can't get duplication going on my team. I'm not saying you can't vent to an upline for a hot second, but what I tell my kids is if you tell me more than once or twice, then it's complaining. Okay, but I also understand sometimes we have to get that frustration point so that we can start to create something that we don't have yet because we're like, I'm tired of being where I'm at, right? So there's a fine line there. But sometimes I feel like we can get in this cycle of just negative emotions, negative thoughts because we're not getting the results that we want from the action that we're taking. Does that make sense? So this whole frustration around duplication, my thought is, okay, let's take those frustrated thoughts and turn them into proactive action with the right rocket fuel behind it, which is let's shift the thinking and the thoughts so that we're working not from frustration or fear or anger, which you can create stuff from those emotions, but let's work from love and expectation and hope and joy with that. Okay, so preaching to the choir here, right? But sometimes we just get in a funk and we get frustrated because like things are not happening like we want. Okay, so here is the rocket fuel idea. You can go listen to the call in its entirety for like the whole spiel. But I did pop the Lauren Collinsworth 6-minute ramble about what she's doing in the chats. And I can resend it if you guys didn't catch that yet. But basically the concept is she's taking the Silver and Six series that came out from Jessica and Tamara a couple months ago and spinning a tweak on it that I absolutely love. Okay, so she's basically going to her warm market wholesale people and she is telling them, hey, well, and depending on who it is, she says she even does it with 0 PV people. She's like, they're already not ordering. Like, what is it going to hurt to just tell them, like, hey, I feel like I didn't tell you when you got started, like, about this opportunity. And I feel like I dropped the ball with you, like, if you would be open to this opportunity or taking another peek at it, maybe hopping back on your products, I just wanted to send you the link because people are going silver and they're getting their first rank and their $300 fast start bonus by doing the simple training for 6 days. Here's day 1. And then she's like, if you complete this and you like it and you want to keep going, message me back and I'll send you day 2. But do you guys see how brilliant this is? She's not just tagging them on a team page, hoping 1, that they see it, and 2, hoping that they do it, and number 3, hoping they can go back and find it so they can do day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She is really hand-holding these people and working with the ones. She's like, I'm not chasing people. I'm not following up with them. She's like, I'm just, boom, sending the little voice message and then sending the day 1. Okay, so my encouragement to all of you is to go through your happy wholesaler list of people that are loving their products and do the same thing. Okay, don't overthink it. So what I'm doing is basically layering the whole bless a friend concept with the, hey, Silver and Six, if you want day 2, tell me and I'll send it. Okay, so I feel like that is a huge way we can turn this frustration around, no duplication, to, hey, I'm gonna have a bunch of silvers and golds popping up because I just helped someone do the 4x4, which is, in order to go gold, you need to share with 4 people and get them started, and then you help them each get 4 customers, 4 VIPs. Okay, and when you recruit people for the business, and here's where my brain space wasn't clicking in with Genevieve. I was like, yeah, that's great in theory, but how do you get that? You get it because you talk about the opportunity. This wishful thinking that I'm going to sign VIPs and they're going to magically be unicorns and share out of the goodness of their heart, just things are going to click. That is unicorn thinking. Okay, and Joanna talked about that on the call too. I was cracking up. So if you sign 4 VIPs for the business, guess what? It's not going to be hard to get to gold because they're motivated to get their 4 people. Okay, and you've just taught them the power of, well, 3 or 4. Actually, you've been an overachiever with those 4 people. So anyways, that has been mind-blowing to me. It's kind of shifted my focus from, wow, maybe I don't have to recruit the world and then try to work with, the people that are open to the opportunity. I'm not saying that is a wrong way to do it. I feel like that's how I've worked Plexus. Just a ton of product users, a ton of talking about the products, because I think that's my jam. That's why I came in. That's what I'm passionate about. But if we have to do the uncomfortable thing and talk to people about this business, talk about it, even if you're uncomfortable, tell people about it, even if it feels awkward or weird, you will end up getting better at it. And you will prove yourself right that this opportunity is amazing, that it works. And also our economy right now is ripe for what we have. Okay. And I am convinced that there are double or triple or quadruple the amount of people that are currently in our team working this business that will be working with us by next year at this time. Okay. So, but it is our job to be in contact and be with people and to be sharing with what we share. Woo, almost spilled my hydrant. Sharing with people what has been a blessing to us. And you don't have to be a diamond to share that. You can be a silver and be like, hey, I just earned $300 by helping people. Oops, my connection's unstable. Something's online. Can you guys still hear me? Let's see. Okay, so yay, 3 of you listen to the listen to the live on the Momentum Makers group. Okay, those of you who haven't listened to that, go find them. Search the most recent on that group and go find those 2 videos. One of them is just basically a follow-up saying, hey, don't forget to listen to that call. The Emily Gibson verbiage for follow-ups is just, if you type in the search on the team page, it'll pop up. You'll find it. You could also type in on YouTube, Emily Gibson follow-up, and it'll pop up. Go to my personal YouTube. So go to YouTube, and then in the search bar, you're just going to type Megan Goff Plexus. And then you'll click on the link, and then it'll show all the videos, all the calls that we've ever done the past 8.5 years. And it's sorted by most recent. So that call, if those of you on the call want to go Emerald, go listen to that. Okay. And that is the top one because it's from Friday. Yeah, it's the Going Emerald call. Okay, so does everyone feel focused on what they need to do? The focus is, let's get you on the boat and let's get 3 to 5 yeses for these opportunity calls each week. If that's all your brain can handle, let it be so. That is a great thing to be working on. For those of you who are like, hey, game on, I'm a full-time Plexus worker, I have huge goals, then I'm going to say you need to be doing the recipe. Everyone needs to be doing this, but if you're in a really busy season right now, just work on 3 to 5 yeses to these calls. Okay. For everybody else, win the day worksheet, whatever win the day worksheet that you have that works best for your brain, print it out. And I am restarting accountability with this in the Leaders Retreat chat. So we're going to do that today, and we're going to do it for the next, 2 weeks is till that call, but let me see really fast. We're going to do it for the next 3 weeks. Okay. 5 days a week, you're doing this. Okay. And just like I shared on that call, those of you who are on live got the goodness on the second half of the call, because I ended up stopping the recording at 30 minutes, but then we fielded a bunch of Q&As, which were really, really good. And I feel like it's kind of a reoccurring theme, like how do you fit it in your busy life, like some of that stuff. But the blessing of what we do is, if you only get half the recipe done, like finish the other recipe the next day and use Saturday as an extra day if you need to. You may end up having to say no to some things. I know me as a homeschool mom, like I was neck deep in planning out our schedule and ordering curriculum this past weekend. Like I saw a bunch of people doing a bunch of fun stuff on social media, but I was like, you know what? This is the cost of what it takes for me to homeschool my kids. Like there's things I say no to, like on a fun weekend, I could probably be doing other things, but because this is a priority for me, I said no to some things. Same with in our business. Sometimes there's things that I say no to. I gotta say yes to a lot of things, especially now. But when I was, in that season of really, really building, and as I build my reentry leg, there's things that I said no to last month in order to have more work time, right? So that's not a bad thing, because we're seeing the end goal. It's just like we shared on that Emerald call. Working hard for a couple of years is not a bad investment when you're thinking of the long game, right? Oh, yes. Yep. Are others of you noticing that you need to the accountability with this? It's not hard stuff, guys. It's just things that take a little bit of time and you can do the recipe. And this is what they teach at Gold School. So if you haven't been to Gold School yet, you'll be ahead of the game if you already know the recipe and what to do. All right, a couple minutes. Does anybody have anything? Let me put this on gallery. We need to be taking a picture because can you guys put your cameras on if you're not indecent? Take a picture and we're going to share it to social media to show, oh my word, working this business is such a blast. We get to meet each Monday morning on this motivation call with other like-minded leaders. And that's the thing you guys have to be remembering is that you are building a leadership team. And and this is like Genevieve verbiage here, but when we're putting that out there, guess what we get more of? We get more people that are like-minded, like us, wanting to join our team because they're like, oh my word, she looks super cool. Like what she's doing stuff. Like, she's a great wife. She's a great mom. Maybe she works full time, whatever your jam is, you are wanting to attract people to what we're doing because it's super fun. Okay. Jill and Laura aren't available to put their cameras on, but that's okay. You're still on. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese. All right, I gotta adjust here. You gotta notice the placement of your legs and your shorts when you're doing a selfie, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3. You. Let me take just one of y'all. This way. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. Anybody have a question burning in their brain or something they need help with real quick before we pop off? Oh, Laura's phone camera setting. It's okay. We still see you're on. Oh, hi, good morning. Did you sleep good? You come say hi to everybody. Hi. Good morning. She had braids in yesterday, so she has kinky hair. Oh, it's so fluffy. She was sleeping with me, cheek to cheek. Oh my gracious, we're still up at least once a night. Pitter patter, pitter patter. She needs a drink. The goal is to get her moved in with Maddie, but I'm like, this doesn't work though in the evenings because she needs to go to bed earlier before. But upstairs is like loud and crazy to like 10 or 11 sometimes. Like sister can't be up that long, and I know she'll be awake if there's that much energy going on up there. So she's still in our class.
We have the same thing. We have our boys. We have our boys sharing a room. Built-in accountability, right?
Yes.
But again, one goes to bed early and the other doesn't.
Yeah, and that's a tricky thing about kids sharing bedrooms that have a big age gap, or even a little age gap. Because like the difference between Ben and the big boys, which thankfully Ben is with the younger boys in their bedroom, but yeah. Anything that we chatted about, guys, that you have anything that you want to mention or talk about, or a question? Oh, okay, this is really cool. So the fact that we're doing these opportunity thing calls over Zoom means anybody that's not on Facebook or are Amish and don't have internet access. I know there's a growing demographic of Amish on our team. This is great because they can call in and listen to the call. So any of you with Amish clients or people that aren't on Facebook, you can just send them the call-in number. And I mean, Amish people usually have to leave a message for also. So you could just be like, hey, here's the Zoom number. Get a pen and paper, write it down. So anyways, I was super excited about that idea. Hey, Mom. Hey, what? Oh, I thought this was hilarious, you guys. Genevieve told us diamonds on this call on Wednesday. She goes, commas are fun. She was just saying like making money is fun. Making money that has like a lot of commas in it is really fun. But she was saying more commas mean you have more leaders. More leaders mean you have more customers. And then that was her concept with like the end game is that we're introducing more people to these products, more people to this opportunity. I was like, it's a brilliant way to say that. The end game is more people, better health. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's okay. All right. Okay. Well, hopefully that was helpful and motivating. Now it's go time. We got to go get our work done. I'm going to go start school with my people. This is day one. Back to the books. We're doing a soft start. I think it's more for my psyche than anything else. Yes. All right. Go Rocket Sisters. High five. See ya.